Acai is native to the Amazon.
Consistency of a smoothie.
They serve you banana chips instead of chips.
So we found a place where a lot of locals go.
They have this whole glass case here and you just order whatever you want.
This one is COXINHA. Caipirinha is the national drink of Brazil.
$1 to get a coconut to drink out of.
Please retest. Please retest. Please retest.
Good morning, guys, from Sao Paulo, Brazil. You guys ready to try some food?
We are going to be exploring Sao Paulo and showing you guys all the best foods that Brazil has to offer. Or at least
some of
we
them
can find.
Here's our Uber. First stop of the day is Fruitaria.
We mainly came here because we want to get an acai bowl.
Acai comes from the Amazon, the Brazilian Amazon. So we have to try some of that while we're here and show you.
We just got our acai bowl.
Look at that. So acai is native to the Amazon, and a lot of the Amazon is in Brazil, so that's why it's very popular in Brazil. Kind of like a berry, kind of like a grape flavor, and you'll get it in smoothies, smoothie bowls, and other things.
You will see acai all over Brazil. It's very popular here. It is a superfood, so not only does it taste good, but it's really good for you. There's lots of antioxidants in it, and a lot of good healthy fats.
So in Brazil, a lot of times it'll come with banana, sometimes it'll come with other fruit, and also some milks, like a condensed milk, a powdered milk. But we got it pretty simple today with just fruit.
So acai is a berry that comes from a palm tree that is native to the Amazon forest. So it's very popular in South America. Look at how amazing that looks.
So it tastes kind of like maybe a blackberry, a grape flavor. It's a little gritty. A little
But it
gritty,
has the
always.
consistency of a smoothie. It's like a creamier smoothie though. Kind of like a sorbet. And they gave us granola. A lot of times they'll put granola and banana and assorted fruits on top of it. So we are at a cafe, which is more of a restaurant experience, but you can find these for a lot cheaper just on the street or at random local places. We paid about $6 for this, which is more than what you normally would pay, I would say, but it is pretty big.
Yeah, but we had one yesterday and it was probably $2 or $3. We had one on the street, which was like $1. So it depends where you get it.
So you guys know how much I love my avocado, so we ordered guacamole, and it didn't come with regular chips, it is banana chips.
I don't think you would find that many places in the world. They serve you banana chips instead of chips, except probably Brazil.
Is it good? The guacamole looks different.
Oh yeah.
It's more of like a pale lime green.
Yeah, it's not as dark as we're used to. A little
Healthier.
crunchy, a little soft.
It's almost like eating a stale chip. The banana chips aren't that crispy. I think I prefer regular chips, but this is a good healthy alternative. You know it's a good meal when you're scraping the bottom of your bowl for every last drop.
Gotta get it all. We just finished our meal. That was awesome. That was the best acai bowl I've had in a long time.
Oh, so good. I'm full, but Alex still has room in his stomach. So we are gonna go walk around and see if we can find some more food to show you guys. Where a lot of locals go. You come up here and you order what you want. So we got a few traditional foods.
They have this whole glass case here, and you just order whatever you want.
I guess they like their pastries here.
And then everybody just eats at a bar like this.
So this place is always busy. We've walked by it many times and there's always people.
Okay, you're in for a treat, just as much as us. We have 5 foods here. They're kind of like street foods, but you can also get them inside places like this. You see all of these everywhere in Brazil.
Okay, so the first one we're gonna try is Pão de Queijo. So you'll see this everywhere. It's basically like a cheese bread.
There's cheese in the center there.
It tastes like a cheese stick, kind of. You can tell it'd be even better if it was like really warm.
So it's just a thin, what would be a thin, hollow piece of bread, but they put a bunch of cheese on the inside there.
It's kind of like chewy and doughy, but crispy at the same time.
Oh.
It's interesting, the texture.
Cheese is always good, and there's a lot in there, so very
Can't go
good.
wrong with that. So this next one, we didn't fully catch the name of it, but he kept saying seca mandioca, which I guess I'm gonna bite into it and see what it is. It's some sort of warm breaded ball. So inside there's this shredded beef, and I think seca is salt, so salted beef. It's really good.
So this one is coxinha de pernil. Pernil is ham, I guess. So it comes on a little toothpick like this, like a little stick. And it's breaded on the outside, crispy, like a lot of Brazilian street foods. Let's try it. So, like a lot of these other ones, there's the breaded outside of it, fried outside, and then you have some mashed potatoes inside of that, and then in the center you have a meat. That meat is really good. I think he said that was ham, but I don't think that's ham, actually. Whatever it is, it's good. We'll figure out the meat soon. These are easy to get mixed up. They all look similar.
Yeah. So this is bolina de carne.
All of meat. Yeah, so again, very similar. It has the fried outside and then some potato and then meat on the center.
So they all have different names, but they're all kind of the same thing, in a way.
The shapes are slightly different, probably so that you know what they are, but they taste similar, just different meats.
And these would be good for like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You could really eat them any time of the day. A quick thing to just grab when you're on the go. It's good.
So good. I could eat these every day.
They remind me of empanadas. So we also got a drink with this. This is a caipirinha.
So caipirinha is the national drink of Brazil, and it's made with cachaça. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's the alcohol in it, and sugar and lime. So it's kind of like a mojito, but it's Brazil's mojito with Brazil's alcohol.
Right?
And it's strong. Brazil does drinks very strong.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but you're gonna feel a buzz after you have one of these.
We're gonna share this one and we'll still feel it.
And there are a lot of limes in there, so it's not just like a little flavor of lime. I'd say a fourth of this is probably lime juice at least. And they serve it with ice, so it's cool. Next one I'm really excited for. This is a Brigadeiro. I've been seeing these everywhere, and you guys know I love my sweets. So let's give it a try. It's like a chocolate, small cupcake looking thing. So this one comes packaged in kind of a cupcake wrapper. So you take that off and it becomes a chocolate sprinkle ball. Let's give this one a try. I wasn't expecting that. The whole inside is like a soft chocolate fudge almost. That's really good. It tastes like a fudge. So this is made of cocoa powder, condensed milk, butter, and sprinkles. These became really popular during World War II because they didn't have a lot of fresh ingredients, and all the ingredients didn't require anything to be fresh. It was either canned or could be stored for a long time. I can see why they became popular.
So something we've noticed in Brazil, at least Sao Paulo so far, is that their napkins are unique. They don't really work too well. So when you're eating all this greasy food, you always need to use napkins to get this grease off, all this breading and stuff. But they're like tissue paper. They don't really have like a moisture wicking part to them. They don't absorb anything. So it's like taking a piece of plastic to your hand. It doesn't do anything. Maybe we're wrong. We're not used to something like this. If you're a Brazilian, maybe you know why they use this, and maybe it works somehow. But for us, it seems like we're constantly trying to get something off our hands with these.
Okay, so I originally said that this tastes like fudge, and it does have the consistency of fudge a little bit, but we figured out it tastes like brownie batter before it's cooked. It's actually really good.
Which is awesome. My favorite dessert is probably brownies. So this is just like before the brownie is cooked. Or if it's a little undercooked, that's what this is like. So if you like brownies, make sure you get one of those. And then wash it down with some of this strong stuff here.
Just the opposite flavor. Obrigada. Ooh.
So we're not sure, but it seems like this place might be famous for sandwiches, for a certain kind of sandwich. Everybody's getting them here. They told us we should get them. There are some articles on the wall that looks like it might be a good place to get sandwiches. So we just asked him which was the best sandwich in this place, and he said it was this pork one. And that looks good.
So again, we've been seeing these sandwiches all over Sao Paulo, and we had to try this.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow. So it's not just any ordinary sandwich. There's a lot of flavor in the meat. There's some onions and peppers. So good.
Ooh. Highlight of the day. Look at that thing. It's huge. All right. Wow. A ton of shredded meat. There are onions and things in there. It's really juicy. Even though it seems like they don't put much on there, there's no sauce or like a dressing or anything. I think it's just the meat is so flavorful, it doesn't really need much else. It's just the way they cook the meat. It's so moist. What makes these sandwiches amazing, and just the meat in Brazil in general, is just the way that they cook it. They don't use a lot apart from maybe a little bit of salt on their meat. You don't need much ketchup or mayonnaise or dressings or anything like that. It's just the flavor of the meat on there. So like I just had a piece of just the meat right here, and all the flavor is right there.
This is not an ordinary sandwich. It is even better than it looks. We were actually really impressed. We are stuffed now, so we are going to go walk around at a really famous park here in Sao Paulo. It's supposed to be gorgeous, and maybe we'll find some more food or drink there.
So after all of that, our whole meal was about $11. All of those things, the sandwich included.
And the drink.
Yeah, so a big sandwich, the alcohol, all the sides.
Dessert.
Dessert. That is a full meal. $11. You can't beat that. Hey guys, we wanted a little bit of greenery, so we're going to a park here. I believe it's called Ibirapuera Park. I could be butchering that. We're still learning our Portuguese, but Ibirapuera.
And this is one of the best parks in Sao Paulo. We haven't gone in yet, but we can see it through the gate, and it looks like a rainforest or something.
We used Google Maps to get here. We saw just how big it is on maps. It's huge. It's a big part of Sao Paulo, the city. So yeah, we'll probably be walking around here for a while.
We'll find some street food. We'll see what happens.
Get some gel.
We just entered and they want you to put some hand gel on. Are they empty? All right, they're all out.
And a temperature. We've never seen one without a person attached to it before. So we're just gonna...
Normal temperature.
Wow. Now, Lindsay.
Please retest.
Oh no! Oh.
Please retest.
Do you have it? Do it again.
Please retest.
Wait, let me try.
What the heck?
Please retest.
What?
Normal temperature.
Is it too... Maybe I'm too cold. I am really cold right now.
Please retest.
Wow. Lindsay just did it 8 times. It says please retest. I do it and every time it says low temperature.
I don't
know.
have COVID though. I don't get it. I'm
That's
actually
interesting.
freezing right now.
Okay, so when you enter, this is the main drag here. Very large road where people can bike, they can run. A lot of people getting exercise here.
It's very peaceful.
Yeah, pretty nice. It's really different than the other parts of Sao Paulo that we've seen so far.
We saw someone rollerblading, running, like Alex said, biking.
And like we said, how locals told us we can't have our camera out, our phone out much in the city. We feel a little bit safer here to have it out.
This feels totally safe, and even the area right outside this park feels totally fine to just walk around with your phone or camera.
So from what we read, this isn't just any park. This place is special. It's not just the greenery around here. There are places to eat. People set up here. It's kind of a center of culture, so things go on here.
It's been around since 1954, and there's over 10 million visitors here a year.
And this place is huge. We thought it looked huge, but then we just read that it's almost 400 acres. So large park. We could walk around here all day, and we might if they have enough food around.
So it's so big that they actually have a bunch of museums in here as well. Due to COVID, they're likely closed, but we'll see what we can find.
I feel like we're in the jungle. This is awesome. So this park is free. It's free to walk around, free to do whatever you want, and you could probably spend a few hours here because it's so big, and it changes as you go through it. You have the roads, trails, jungle, bamboo forests. I see something very interesting over here. There are some fruits hanging from these trees in the center of this park. Wow, I think this is durian. I've never seen it just hanging in the trees before. Whoa! So those are just babies. Usually the fruit is huge once they pick it.
The bigger ones are towards the top. It almost looks like.
Look at all that.
So we were walking along and we found this cart that is selling coconuts. You will see these all over Brazil. They're very cheap and delicious. You can get coconut water. Coconut?
Un coco? Agua? Cool. Little coconut opener.
Obrigada. Let's try it out.
Really cheap.
$1 for the coconut.
It's a big coconut too.
Brazil is awesome. Seriously, I'm in love.
Ah, that is so good. The fruits and things that we've tried in Brazil so far have all been awesome. I'm
are
talking
fresh.
like best fruits that I've ever had sometimes.
Yeah.
Not even the type of fruit, but like say, if you have a banana here, it's an amazing banana. If you have a dragon fruit here, it's like the best dragon fruit we've ever had.
What you know of fruit times 10. Like you didn't even know fruit could taste that good.
This coconut water, it's probably one of the best I've had.
It actually is, in particular, really well. But, well, I don't know what I'm saying. It actually is really good.
So yeah, our stomachs, our taste buds have been pretty dang happy here in Brazil so far.
And the great thing is a lot of their foods and drinks are pretty healthy, so you can indulge all you want. A man and his coconut. One of the best coconuts he ever did see.
It probably actually is the best coconut I've ever had. Oh, pretty good.
Oh no, she fell. Lots of coconut.
They're all set up the same kind of way, with a little trash bin of coconuts. We have a lot more food to try and a lot more things to do in this country, and we're going to be making a ton of videos in this country. So if you're interested in Brazil, then go to one of the playlists or just search for our other videos. Travelbum in Brazil.
And we will see you in the next video.